man of the people because I enjoy working for the fans of the Carolina Panthers. If you haven't done so, I think technically you might have about 3 hours left to register for our weekly giveaway that we're doing. It's a quarter zip Carolina Panthers jersey, so I hope that you check that out. But as you can see, we're a little bit late. Lots of stories behind that I don't have time to share today, but it's been a journey. But I am here live at Ford Field in Detroit. My first time being here. It looks pretty awesome to me. The concourse looks like I don't even really know how to describe it. I almost feel like you're outside, but you know that you're inside with like the cobblestone walkway that they have. It's really, really cool. And literally about 1 foot in this direction is Dom Capers talking with a fan, and Thomas Brown is down here, and the players are warming up. But nevertheless, I'm going to bring on my co-host here in just a second. I always appreciate you guys' patience. You don't know, and not that I want you to know, how much we go through sometimes to get here. So lesson learned from me is I'm going to officially just start getting up at about 7 o'clock in the morning and just come to the stadium as soon as they open up the doors, because you never know what you're going to get into. And with live broadcast, you got to have some things in order. I want you guys to have a really good broadcast quality, sound, audio, all that stuff. So just keep that in mind. We see a few shout outs coming. We got a good show lined up for you guys. I'm excited about the show, even though I had a lot of adversity. I'm really excited about the show this morning. Again, I'm going to bring on Andre in just a second, but do me another favor. Like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And there's also a link in the description for you to come on the show, ask me your questions, leave your comments. So I really, really hope that you guys will do that. And let me see if I can hit this magical button here. Looking pretty good. Live from Charlotte Studios is Andre Cassidy.
What is going on, everybody? Let me just say that to you as well, Chris. You're looking pretty sharp up there in Detroit.
You want me to step back?
Looking pretty warm. Looking pretty clean. But yeah, glad to be on with the long day. So yeah, I can't wait for what today.
Hey, you think I should grab Dom and bring him on the show for a second? I don't know him that well to do that.
I don't
All right.
think he'll bite. You're a pretty nice guy.
I tried. Hey, I know they probably aren't watching, but I want to give a big special shout out to Jasper that works for the Detroit Lions staff. This guy walked me from the security check-in, or will call, all the way down to the field. And even though I'm 30 minutes late, I can assure you if Jasper wasn't helping me, the show would probably be about an hour late today. So a big shout out to Jasper for literally walking me all the way down to the field and helping me set up. And I think Ellie would have called me and helped me be in the safe spot that I'm in right now. Nevertheless, let me get my notes in front of me because I'm still a little bit scrambled. Andre, if you can, keep an eye out on the comments that are coming, making sure that we're good. And is that David Tepper? I think that's David Tepper. It is David Tepper. I'm going to see if he'll wave.
Send him my regards too as well, Chris.
I'm just going to try to get away from David Tepper. Wish me luck on this, all right? He's like 15 feet in front of me. I'm just hoping he comes near the sideline. I think he's going to come. So once I'm going to hold on a second here because I'm going to hope that David Tepper comes by, and I just want to get him to wave. And then we'll go ahead and dive into the show.
Let me just say this too. Are you hearing me fine on your end?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good.
Because I'm seeing people are having issues with my audio, so just keep an eye on that. But as long as everybody can hear me good, then we should be okay. I did a little adjustments to mess with it, but we should be good.
Breaking news, David Tepper did not make eye contact with me. Not that I'm saying he didn't try to, but he went that way. So I'll try again if he gets closer again, just to get him to wave. But all right, keep an eye on the comments. We're going to go through. Andre, you'll appreciate this because Andre knows all about the setup. I am using all 100% mobile power right now. Nothing's plugged in.
There you
go. So the portable power is coming in handy. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the, you got the list in front of you, Andre?
Sure do.
All right, how about, hold on everybody, you're gonna watch me and Andre get in sync here. I'm going to do the transactions, Andre, and then you go to last week, all right, if we can do it like that. So there was this one because that'll give me a chance to catch my breath for a second out here. But there's just been one transaction this weekend with a standard elevation. This is the third time for this guy. There's only one elevation this week, and that is cornerback DiCaprio Boodle. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but he has been elevated. Pretty soon that inactive list will come out, but presumably that he was activated to give some depth because cornerback Dante Jackson has been dealing with an injury. So I'll let you go to the transactions, Andre. I'm sorry, to the last week. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say, that was just what you were talking. Well, let's get right into it. So last week, Carolina entered this week with a record of after falling to the Minnesota Vikings 21-13 this past week. And the Lions, who have been on a pretty extended break here after playing on a Thursday night game, beating the Green Bay Packers by a score of 34-20. All time in the series, this will mark the fourth matchup between the two teams, with Carolina leading the series 8-3. Hopefully we can make that a 9-3 lead in this series. And the series in Detroit is even at 2 apiece. Last time that Carolina did play Detroit, they set franchise records, right? With a total of 570 yards of total offense and 320 yards of rushing. So it'll be tough to see. I don't think we'll match those kinds of offensive outputs today, but that'll be something that we'll try to strive for here in today's game.
Hey, and you know, I said that at some point this team is going to surprise us, right? And our staff photographer, Patrick, and I were talking on the way up here, and he said he feels like maybe we can catch Detroit slipping a little bit. And I do hope for that. I want that win to come today. But I think that there's already enough billboard material in that locker room from the way that the coach, after the game last year, said, hey, thanks for kicking our butt, right? I think they're going to be up for this game today, but I'm still going to hope for this Carolina Panthers to come through. We got an uphill battle today.
Yeah, absolutely, and we'll see how things go. Let me just do this before I move any further, because I'm still seeing people commenting about my audio. Let me see if I can go and exit out of the broadcast, pop back in. And see
hold on. So they're saying Andre is very low?
Yeah.
All right, so let me do this. Let me try to control something on my end. See if this will help you out. All right, so we're going to delay things just for a second to give you guys a chance to see if Andre is better. So I hear you pretty clear, Andre, but go ahead and give a mic check or just say something for a second.
Do a mic check, 1, 2, 3. Leave your comments if you can hear me better now. Definitely want to make sure that we have that part of it squared away before we move forward here in the live stream.
All right, so you guys should be able to hear Andre better. We've got some video for you. All right, so each week I had the opportunity to go into the locker room, talk to some guys, and I'm going to bring some of that video to you right now. Let me see who we got first for you guys. So Austin Corbett was able to return to the practice field this week. He is not going to be active today. Didn't expect him to be active today, but he's been playing a very active role while he's been recovering. I know Bryce Young said something to the effect that you would not know that he's not playing by the way if you just walked into a meeting room. That guy's engaged, that guy's helping other players out. So here's Austin Corbett talking to me about how he thinks this team could help prepare for the Detroit Lions and some of the things they need to improve upon to make an impact today.
So it's kind of been the same week, same thing every week, just watching film with the guys, understanding the game plan, breaking it down. And then from there, just kind of understanding, their defensive schemes and their structures, understanding just doing pass rush moves, get inside hand down, inside foot back. Does this guy typically make his pass rush move off his third or his fourth step, and just kind of help him break down things from there, and it's kind of just normal preparation stuff, right?
What are you seeing from them in ways that they can improve what they're doing on the line?
Yeah, I think it's just trusting themselves. They go, we're in meetings, we're not having missed assignments, we're not making these mental errors. It's they're just thinking too much. You go out there and you just play, and that's what these guys are capable of, and full confidence in that it's going to start today with just getting out there and just just have a good energy every single day.
Yeah, so I'm going to turn my mic down a little bit because I'm probably pretty high, and that'll help Andre sound a little bit more in line with everything.
Right.
The wife, even in the midst of the chaos going on at the house, with the kids going to urgent care and 911 calls, text me to let me know that Andre's audio was a little bit low. So let me just say quickly, but very sincerely and deeply, I love my wife. We got some trying times in the Jenkins families. Our family's expanding, and current kids are getting sick and having 911 calls, and I'm here in Detroit. So shout out to Mrs. Jenkins for, grinding through it and helping take care of the kids.
Right, and she was the first person that I saw in that comment section, making sure that we're all right and ready to go. So shout out to Mrs. Jenkins for holding it down, even a miss, down here in Charlotte. But to turn to what Austin Corbett said, I mean, his veteran leadership is definitely been missed on the offensive line, right? That's something that, when you look at some of the struggles that this offense has dealt with over the past couple of weeks, it's the inability to protect Bryce Young. And, that's going to be a focal point in today's game as well. And while he was able to be back on the field this week, he won't be back until probably after the bye week, Chris. What did you say?
Yeah, because we got, one more week. We play Miami, then the bye. Yeah, I would say after the bye week would be a pretty good time for him to be coming back. And I'm sorry if my eyes are going a little bit around, but Andre, if you can remember in Atlanta, once the gates opened, we got crowded, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? So they have an area that's cut off, but that's only for fans. So they want the media to be what feels like 2 feet away from the bench. And I'm like 2 yards away from the yellow. So anyway, I'm just kind of getting comfortable with being in this secure spot, and that you're not around all the fans, but you're now 1 inch away from all the other people. It's just me with all this equipment around. So appreciate the comment there. The Austin should be able to come back after the bye week. I think that's be a pretty good time for him to come back. No need to rush him back. If you got 1 more week that he could play in Miami, but then you give him an extra week to continue to recover. So we'll see. But they might look at it and say, hey, let's let him play the Miami game, maybe limit his snaps, and then he gets an extra week to recover from that, right? So that I think that could also be a possibility if they could look at it like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And, he brings us so much flexibility on the line, and we could use him today because that right side's going to have a challenge against Hutchinson on the right side. He's one of the best young defensive ends in the league right now, and his presence is definitely going to be felt in today's game.
Yeah. So for those watching, we're going to go over a few more good bits of information, get you ready to watch that game with friends and family so you can be educated and know what you're So
yes.
If you see something happening, say, hey, I knew that Chris and Andre told me about their offense here, their defense there, or this matchup here. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the video, and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and register to win that free stuff. So another gentleman that I got a chance to talk to, he's not a man of many words, so I'm going to work on loosening him up a little bit so I can get some more words. But my man Derek Brown has been doing an excellent job on this defensive line. Actually is second in the league in tackles. So had a chance to speak with Derek Brown about his performance and what he's doing so well this season. Key for you and your success in tackling this year?
And I'm just doing everything I can to help the defense. Just trying to take 1 play at a time and do what's needed of me.
Tackling, a big part of tackling is reading the offense. How much time do you spend doing that, and how much is that a part of your game and making sure that you're effective with your tackles that you get?
We watch a lot of film throughout the week. Just having a knack to be able to get to the football, to be honest. They can beat you in all phases. And a great quarterback, great offensive line, great running back. So, we got our challenge set ahead of us this week.
All right, Andre, I know that's maybe your first time I shared that video with you. Any comments from Mr. Brown?
Yeah, I think he's going to have a big part in today's game. Detroit, with their run game, is pretty lethal. So he's going to be a big part of what they're going to try to stop in regards to that. David Montgomery has really been a big piece in what they do. So he's a leader of that defensive line, and he's been playing really out of this world so far to start out the season. We need to see more out of that. or out of him today in order to try to sustain what Detroit is doing. And it'll be interesting to see the kind of impact that he'll have today. And let me just say this too: the inactives are out. The inactives are out. So let me go ahead and get those pulled up
We'll
for
get
all
'em.
of you out there.
Yeah, get them queued up, Andre. I got one more video that I'm going to play. So after that video, then go ahead and play the. Go ahead and share that inactives.
Yeah, I already have it ready to go. So we are missing a piece. I'll say that.
Say that again.
I'll do a little tease. We are missing a piece on that defense. I'll give a little tease here. But
Missing a piece.
We'll get to that here in a. We'll get to that here in a bit.
All right. So I got one more interview I'm gonna play for you guys. This guy is returning to Detroit to take on his former team. That is wide receiver DJ Chark. He is also, in my opinion, a very, very important part of our deep threat game. Last week against the Vikings, he didn't go deep at all. But it wasn't just him, it was nobody. Something I've noticed from Chark all season is a specific way in which he catches the deep ball. I think I might have talked to you about this before, Andre, but I'm going to try to demonstrate a little bit. But when he catches a deep ball, it's like 9 times out of 10. It's nothing like this. It's nothing where he's head topping somebody, but he slows down. He bends backwards, right? He bends backwards a lot and he catches it over his outside shoulder. Hopefully, I did a good job of demonstrating that to you guys. But here's some conversation that I was able to have with DJ Chark about how he tracks the long ball, how he catches it, and what all he's trying to do to get that long ball into his hands. So here we go. Going to play this for you right here. I'll ask you a few questions about catching the deep ball. So what goes through your mind when you are catching the deep ball?
Obviously running the route first, and then looking up, trying to locate it as quickly as possible, and then just tracking it. That part becomes pretty natural for me. It's a God-given ability, so I can't really just break that down anymore because I kind of it happens. But just trying to locate it with enough time that I can react to it, whether that's speed up, slow down. The DB usually isn't looking. The DB doesn't see the ball, so I try to just tempo my route so that I can make a late reaction or however I need to make that catch.
Yeah, speaking of late reaction, I was going to say, it seems like you like to catch one that's kind of over your shoulder, going backwards, if you could follow that one, as one of the things that you do when you're catching the deep ball. Is that one of your separation techniques or a favorite one of you?
Yeah, for sure, just because simply, you have to judge wherever the QB is putting it. So if you can get out to a good little start and then you can tempo and find the ball. So if you just, run by the DB and the quarterback isn't throwing it that far, then it makes no sense. So really just trying to locate where the ball is and being able to set my tempo, and then being able to, I know the DB can't see the ball, so if it's on my outside shoulder, I can kind of slow and lean back into it and use my hands to catch it, which gives the DB doesn't have a tail to break that pass up.
And how much chemistry is necessary with the quarterback for you and your deep ball?
I feel like you have to have chemistry, but honestly, at this point in my career, I've played with a lot of different quarterbacks, so it's really just I try to figure out what the quarterback does best and try to adjust to them rather than they adjust to me. So.
I cut him out just a second early, but let me see if I can finish that back. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut him out. I'll ask you a few questions about catching the deep ball. So what goes through your mind?
So if I can adjust to them, it makes it much better.
So there you go, got it back. He said if I could adjust to them, it makes it that much better. So Andre, I'm going to let you comment on that piece from DJ Chark. But before I do so, I got to do something.
Uh-oh.
We'll play it one more time.
I love it.
Yes, we have a new sound effect, and we have our first super chat of the day. Greatly appreciated from a man, Walt G. I found this guy on Instagram. Instagram's like the master of knowing what's going on in your life, so they creep into it. But, as a dad, I get a kick out of this guy who he looks like Walt G's, I don't know what these things are called, his icon, right? He'll just be sitting there in his yard, drinking some water, just staring off into space, and he'll have this caption about how life is just crazy. Anyway, I don't know if you guys can all relate to that, but Walt G, appreciate your super chat very much. And he's also a member as well, so a super chat and a member. So anytime that anybody wants to join the channel, you can do so. Independent media, 100% supported by you guys. So anytime that we can have your support, the more support that we can have from you, the more that we can do. I'm here in Detroit. I won't be able to go to Miami. Our photographer's traveling, but I want to get Andre on the road more. I want to continue to get to more games. So sincerely appreciate any time that you guys can do that. You can be a part of something cool and great as we grow with the increased resources from you guys being able to donate and support the channel. So quick little plug there, but I really sincerely appreciate any time that somebody's able to help us out there. So DJ Chark talking about, hey, this is my style of playing. This is how I go to catch the ball. So what do you think of that? Is there a delay for you hearing me, Andre?
I think it's unique. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't know if you have bad internet or me, but you get a little blurry. But go ahead, I can hear you.
Gotcha. Yeah, but that's what makes him so unique, and really separates him from the rest of the receiving group here in Carolina. His style of play, and for somebody who is his size, and while we haven't seen it so far this season, he does have that unique ability to separate and get open. He's a big body. And the fact that he has some subtle quickness in his was the main reason why Carolina brought him in. And hopefully we can get to see that today in his revenge game here in Detroit, because we would love to see some firepower from the Carolina offense today, because we need something. We need something to be hopeful about here in today's game.
All right, and so I'm going to ask you guys that are watching, again, we got a lot of stuff that goes into a live broadcast, and we try to monitor as we are live. But if you guys can still see and hear Andre pretty well, let me know. He's breaking up a little bit for me, but I think overall he's good.
And let me know too, because I need to make sure everything's good on my end as well, and trying to power through here, whatever difficulties or roadblocks there is along the way. So definitely be on the lookout for us as well, for everybody who's watching.
All right, we're going to continue to work through it here. Ian Thomas taking pictures with the kids over here. Big Ian Thomas picture. But let's continue to work through it all.
There you go.
Yeah, Ian Thomas is a man of the people, I guess, right? Anyway,
he tries to be.
He
definitely tries to be.
All right, let me see where we are in this production of today.
Oh, you want me to get the inactives ready?
There you go.
Yes. Let's get right into it. I have it ready and pulled up. So here we go. We have 5 inactives for Carolina today, starting off with running back Raheem Blackshear, safety Xavier Woods, cornerback Dante Jackson. That's the big one right there. He was questionable coming into today's game. Linebacker Deion Jones and tackle David Sharp are your 5 inactives for Carolina as they get ready to play Detroit. Dante Jackson being the big inactive coming into today's game. His status coming into this week was questionable and kind of iffy. While he did participate in practice on Friday, there were still some question marks coming into today's game. And ultimately speaking, he will not be a go for the Panthers today.
All right, so I was going to ask you to repeat that one more time for the people in the back, as they say. That inactive list, if you don't mind.
Yeah, let me do it one more time. Yeah. Let me go ahead and do it one more time. So that is running back Raheem Blackshear, safety Xavier Woods, cornerback Dante Jackson, linebacker Deion Jones, and tackle David Sharp. Those are your 5 that will be out for today's game.
All right. And I see this comment right here. And Andre, hopefully you've been keeping track of those comments. We're going to have to go back and look at them all. But Leonard Kowalski said, is DJ Johnson going to finally play? Well, he's active. And he was behind me just a second ago. That's why I'm turning around. But at this point, the players have gone back into the locker rooms. and you just got the special teams guys that are out on the field. Hey, what we have not had yet is anybody call into the show, all right? Really want you guys to call into the show. Let us know your questions or your comments. That's the big reason why we go live, is to interact with you. The only media that you can go live with and interact on game day, so we hope you guys take advantage of that. And Joe Person from The Athletic is beside me, so I'm going to try to grab him for a second as well. But let's continue to power.
You're just running into everybody right now. I'll tell you that.
I'm trying. Well, they're near me, so I'm going to try to pull them in. I wasn't successful getting David Tepper. I got some things lined up. I'll put some words in some people's brains here, so we'll see. Hey, let's go ahead and continue to move along and go to the top 10 rankings that we have for both the offense and the defense. So, Andre, I'm actually going to let you read that section, if you don't mind, for the top 10 rankings.
Yeah, absolutely. So, let's start with the offensive side of things, because really, to be straightforward, we don't have any top 10 rankings right now, which shouldn't surprise anybody at this point. Really, the closest thing that we have right now is our third down efficiency. That is our highest ranking that we have right now. We are ranked 13th in that category. As we move down to the defensive side of things, which we have a little bit of some substance there, I feel like that group has performed overall.
Scott just stood me up
at this point.
Did you see Scott just walk past me?
Oh no!
He was focused.
Did he even say hi to you?
I need you out here so that you could be like the head on the swivel. So, because it's hard for me to pay attention to this.
I could track
But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Track down everybody. So yeah, on the defensive side of things, Scott Fitterer being the distraction as always, right? But I'm not going to name drop. Passing, our net yardage per game is currently 6th in the NFL at 176 yards given up per game. So that's a pretty good stat to have for our defense. And our third down efficiency is pretty good as well. We are getting folks off the field at a 27% clip, which is a top 10 rating as well. So defensively, we have made some moves, and we're making some improvements on that aspect of things, but we need to get higher in some of these ratings. So we'll see if today will give us that opportunity to do so.
Yeah, we're going to share some more information, but it's an uphill battle. And one thing about this offense is it's kind of sad that we don't have any top 10 rankings, but that's been indicative of what's been going on with this offense, right? We've been able to keep games close due to our defense, but we're just not getting it done. Let me see if I can grab Joe for 2 seconds. He's kind of walking away. All right, I'm
just lingering around.
Yeah, I'll try to get him in here in a second. But, yeah, offense is struggling, right? So today, for me, I just want to see improvement. I definitely want this team to win. It's so much more fun going into the locker room, traveling, when you're covering a team that's winning. I know a lot of fans have been upset about all the losing, but I want to see some progress with Bryce Young and this offensive play call. If you give me that, Carolina Panthers, I will help you try to get these fans to hold on a little bit more. But if you don't give me some expanded offense, some attempts with DJ Chark, and we lose the game today, it's going to be tough. Continue to move along, though. Let's go ahead and go over a few interesting facts about this matchup today and about this Carolina Panthers team. Again, inviting you guys to come on the show. There's a link in the description. Click on it. Andre and I would love to hear from you and talk about this game matchup today. This defense for the Carolina Panthers, here's a good little fact for you while you're watching the game with friends. This defense for the Carolina Panthers has had 3 consecutive games that they've had an interception. 3 consecutive games that they've had an interception. And a lot of those have turned into some points for us. So another indication of how much this defense has helped us and how much this offense is struggling to put points on the board. Brian Burns got a few milestones that he could surpass today. One of them being he only needs 1 sack to pass the good old mean green Kevin Green for 5th all-time in sacks. And then he has one more category. He could get to both of these today because the Detroit Lions do allow a lot of sacks. So that one is definitely on the table for Brian Burns. But another thing that he could do, he needs just 2 tackles for a loss today to pass Mario Addison for 6 all-time for the franchise and tackles for loss. So a few milestones that he could accomplish there. We also got Adam Thielen, who can catch a milestone today. He's an undrafted rookie. He's had a great career. Most of that, all that up until this year being with the Minnesota Vikings. But he has a milestone within reach today. He only needs, wow, I said 39 receptions. So I don't know why I put this. I was working on this late last night. So his milestone is not that attainable today. My correction there, maybe in about 2-3 weeks. Probably more like 5 weeks.
But he's pretty close.
Yeah,
he's getting there. He's getting there.
Yeah, he's had a good career as an undrafted free agent, so we'll just skip to that part. And last one for you guys, the Panthers have recorded 3 straight games with a defensive or a special team score this year. 3 consecutive games with a defensive or a special team score. So love for that to continue today against this Detroit Lions matchup. So a few things that we're going to be watching for today. Jonathan Mingo, his return from the concussion. He's active today, obviously. So this will be the first time that we get to see Mingo Mingo on the field. Marshall has had some good games recently with the receptions, getting more involved. Adam Thielen's coming up. DJ Chark didn't have much last week, but he still has had a good game. So I feel like this could be a game, and a good game, to open up the offense for a little bit more. Challenges. We have one challenge, right? Andre, I'm going to let you comment on this one because I need a break. Miles Sanders is he behind me yet? Okay, I don't see Miles Sanders, but this guy struggled. And we've had Chuba, and we've tried to have the combination between Chuba and Miles. Now, I just want to tell you guys what we're up against today. This Detroit Lions defense is pretty good. Give you some perspective on it. In their game against Green Bay last week, they only allowed 27 yards rushing to the Green Bay Packers. And we need things to be better. But go ahead, Andre. I'll give you the floor a little bit to talk about things that you're going to be looking for today.
I mean, that is going to be a tough challenge today. Obviously, with our run game not being as effective as you would like for it to be, especially with a rookie quarterback out there, that's definitely something to watch for as they try to establish things on the offensive side. I'm looking at the defense. Obviously, this has been a unit that has been the stronger of the two. When you look at that aspect of things, I want to see how early we can get to Jared Goff. How much disruptions can we cause on that side of the ball? Because unfortunately, when you look at the Minnesota game, the defense outscored our offense. It was a 7-6 score in terms of who put up the most points on those two units there. So the defense is going to have to carry us again, I feel like, because until I see something from our offense, I don't have reason to believe that anything is going to change at this point. I would like for it to change, but at this point right now, they have not given me any other reason to believe that these kinds of changes that they keep talking about are actually going to happen. So I'm really interested to see how the defense holds their own against Jared Goff in this offense.
Yeah, and I'm just going to, we touched on the top 10 stats for the Carolina Panthers. I'm going to go ahead and share with you some of the information about the Detroit Lions and what you got to look out for. These guys currently have top 10 rankings on the offense in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories that they have. And they have 1, 2, 3 on the defensive side. It's getting a little loud in here. Hopefully you guys can still hear me well. And speaking of getting loud in here, okay, so it was getting loud in here just from, I don't know, I guess like the band that's pep squad band or whatever they have going on, right? So here's something to be concerned about. This Detroit Lions team is doing pretty good. I'm not able to show you the video, just didn't have the time, but when we were coming into the stadium, before the gates opened, it was lines everywhere. I mean, it was a line down a city block in Detroit with fans waiting to get in here. So this fan base visually seems like they're really, really excited about this team, which should result in a lot of noise. This is a dome stadium. Look out for the noise, right? We've made some changes to the way that we call our plays when it gets loud. It's already getting loud in here now when it's pregame. We lead the league in false starts. So don't think that this PR staff for the Detroit Lions is going to be like, hey, they had, I don't know, what was about 8 or so against Seattle. We lead the league with 12. And I'm just going to be quiet for a second. This is, I don't know if you guys can hear. Oh, they kind of died
Speaking
down.
of the noise.
Yeah, a few, and that was noise just from a few of the Detroit Lions coming out. So we'll see how well you guys can hear me as we continue on. But, yeah, be aware of the noise, be aware of the false starts, and we'll see what improvements and tweaks that the Carolina Panthers were able to make to hopefully improve upon that. But it could definitely be something to affect this team today because it just happened a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and, again, Dome Stadium, an excited fan base. Detroit's playing some of their best football in years. That's a lot of factors that Carolina's going to have to go up against. Hopefully they have that tightened up because that will set them back a lot if they can't get that part of their game corrected and honed up.
All right. So I haven't had a chance to look at the comments. Oh, they said my audio is good. So I can't show you too much action, but I'm gonna, Andre, if you see some good action going on behind me, let me know, and I'll go to this view right here to give the fans a little bit more of the feel. I actually like this. Just take it. I'm just being silly here as I try to get ready for the day. So,
right.
Let's try to go. Have you seen some comments, Andre, that I need to go through? Because we got a lot, and now we're done through our spiel. We're going to take your questions.
There are a good bit.
All right, so I'll try to go through these comments. Andre, if you see something, let me know so I can skip to it. And again, for everybody out there watching, you have the ultimate pass to skip the line. Make sure Andre and I get your question before we get off of here. One of those is a super chat, so everybody that comes on and do a super chat, you get our special attention, and super chat. You get that sound effect there. Super chats and members, so that's a way to skip the line. All right, so let me try to work.
I'll tell you what,
these.
I love the build-up with that sound effect too. You can just feel the tension, and then boom, it just drops on you. I love it.
All right, so we got Tyrone Green. He is a member of our channel. Appreciate you, Tyrone Green, coming on here. He says we're going to be 0-5. Tyrone, you got to speak good things into existence, man. Appreciate you much. And he said every NF coach are out coaching ballpark Frank. Oh, man.
Man, that's a nickname. Oh, goodness gracious.
All right, so I'm going to make sure I get all the members first. 4 more. Always checking in, saying good luck with the Cam Newton type of writing there, so I appreciate that very much.
I like it, yeah.
I'm going to say widescreen just for a second on me, just so my man Andre can point out anybody walking behind me, and I can bring them on the show. Let's see, again, going through some of these comments.
I see Chris Tabor over your right shoulder.
Tabor. Let's see. Tyrone Green. All right, let's see. Another comment here. Our problem with the team is that they're not creating separation to help Bryce out. He has no one to throw it to. So that was previously an issue, but I would say the past 2 games, the wide receivers have been able to get separation. That was certainly an issue early on. Defense are playing a little bit differently, but we've had separation. It was a chart that I put up several times. I'm not going to put it up today. That showed where Bryce was throwing the ball and where receivers were running, and they're just not throwing the ball deep. He didn't throw not one ball deeper than 20 yards last week. So for me, I just want to see that. Give me one pass attempt below. I really would like to see more than one, and I said below, but give me one pass attempt above 20 yards, and I'm believing that we can make a difference. All right, continue to go through some of these.
Open up the playbook.
Open up the playbook. Andre, again, let me know if there's some comments that you've already seen that I need to go back and get to as I try to go through these.
Oh, Tyrone Green. He said something about Jamison Williams being in for the Lions. The receiver from Alabama that Bryce Young and company had a really good rapport with. So he'll be in for the Lions today with Amra St. Brown being out for them as well. So it'll be interesting to see how he mixes into what they're trying to do today.
All right. Let me get this off the screen here. Let me see this one right here. Hey, Chris and Andre, a.k.a. the men of the people. I just want us to be competitive in this game and hopefully take a shot or two downfield. Win or lose, put it up. Let's go, keep pounding. Yeah, man, words out of my mouth. I want this team to win, but if we don't win, just show me something different. Show me something, like, because Bryce Young has been getting better every single week. But to the casual fan, you won't see that. You won't see that he's been getting better every single week because we keep losing every single week, right? And his passer rating, it's going up every single week. He didn't throw any interceptions last week, but we're getting like barely even close to 200 yards receiving, and we're not scoring when we get in the red zone, so it's terrible. But I'm with you there, B Stallion. And I think we got two things going on here. You guys are testing me here, but I appreciate it. We got another super chat that came through, so maybe they like the sound effect.
Hey.
My man my man Walt G says big thanks to Charlotte Vibe. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Guys, we probably got about 10 more minutes I can be out here on this field because it's getting too hectic. I don't have my man Andre out here to help me when I got to run up to a press box that I've never been to before. That's behind me. But we should have somebody in the guest room that I'm going to try to bring on here. So let's see if this works. There's a blank chair.
Well, here we go.
Somebody from the empty chair is not there.
Good morning, Chris.
There we go.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey.
What's going on today?
What we got? We feeling good.
It's going to be a great morning. It's a great morning.
What comments you got for it?
I'm dressed in black. Got the gloves on. It's going to be a Lions funeral today, buddy. It's going to be a Lions funeral. Look, I know we need new receivers. We need some more production from our receivers. I can be that. I know some new kind of thing. I got 2 watches on to make sure our timing's right. Me and Bryce got a little something going on here. If the team needs me, I'm ready for it, Chris. Chris, I don't think you understand how serious I'm being right now.
I'm liking this. I'm liking this.
Serious this is. I'm dressed to the nines. We don't get. Look, this is the time for playing the Lions. This is a pride game.
Prime time game.
It's a pride game.
Okay.
Oh, it's a
pride game.
We gotta show our pride. Look. This is the one thing we need. Like we both said. Like you said. Like Andre said. Okay. Open up the playbook. It's time to let Bryce do Bryce things. If he throws an interception, that's fine. If he throws 2, that's even better. If he throws 3, if he's throwing it deep down the field, we can finally see something. We can really finally see. Chris, I don't think you understand what I'm saying here, Chris. I don't think you understand what I'm saying here, Chris.
What you said? Tell me.
Let Brian cook. I said let Bryce cook.
Show your face. He showed his face.
I said let Bryce cook.
Cook it up.
Throw these screens all game. Throwing screens? Hold up. Behind the line of scrimmage? Oh, we traded away DJ Moore.
Kill.
I ain't gonna fly. Look, there's a reason he was picking him up. And that reason is he's a playmaker. Alright? You saw what he did in college, right? I know you saw it.
I saw it.
I know you saw it.
We all did.
Okay. So, I can't get too much identification right now.
Oh, yeah. We already got people trying to say who this is.
Fairway. If we don't win this game the fairway, we're going to get it the straight. Okay, you don't get it by hook or by crook. I need somebody. I need Dante's out. That's fine. Okay, half our receivers are out. That's fine. Adam Thielen's 46 years old. That's fine. This is a pride game. You don't think no one loses 4 games in a row. No one makes the Panthers lose 4 games. We lost. Chris,
Talk to me.
you don't lose 5 in a
Talk to
You
me.
don't lose 5 in a row. Guess what that means? Guess what that means? That means there might be a systemic problem. Not from Bryce's level. Not from Frank Reich's level. I'm talking about it's up top. It must be. It must be up top. Who's up top? We have to show something that my man was showing on his table. He had a brass pair of these. He had a brass pair of these on his desk.
He did.
All we heard about before this man bought a certain entity. He bought a certain entity, right? And all we heard about was those brass pair of Hear me, Chris. Hear me, Chris.
Hey.
You need this one, Chris.
Just stay centered to the camera if you can. That way I can keep you on. You hype. You moving off camera a little bit.
Oh, I'm moving off camera, but I gotta pace. I gotta pace. And this team needs to pace itself with speed and a little bit of heart. Have some heart. Have some drive. Throw that ball 20 yards down the field. Let this man throw something more than a screen. Hold up.
Can he throw?
He got 5,800 yards by himself just a couple days ago. A former player. Now I know we don't look. I know what happened there. We have balls on our team.
Could you be talking about DJ Moore?
Your words. There's multiple players.
So you got DJ Moore,
California.
who's second in the league in receiving. You got Christian McCaffrey that's dominating and leading with multiple touchdowns and
with first.
Oh, him.
Well, but my words though, not yours. I'm an anonymous masked man. I'm not sure if we lost him.
Hey, there's a man named Frank. We lost him. There's a man named Frank, Chris. There's a man named Frank. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, good luck to the Panthers today, man. Hope we win this game. We don't lose 5 straight. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, I appreciate you.
Us.
I appreciate you. I gotta cut him because I gotta get ready to get off this field. But I will say this. Hold on here. Let me get my cameras right. I will say this. A lot of people think they know who that guy was. The comments lit up with who he was. A great contributor on YouTube. Yeah. Great knowledge on the Carolina Panthers and their content. Shells, I'm hereby inviting you to come to the post-game show, man. You got to come back on so I can give you some more time. I'd love to have that energy on the post-game show. We'll go live as quickly as we can, and we'd love to have you back on. And just one favor. I had to hold him as a solo on the screen because he's moving around a lot. So, Shells, hopefully come back on.
Hey, he was creating separation, Chris.
he was creating separation.
He was creating separation. That was his audition to become the Panthers wide receiver. That was his audition.
What do we got here? It's about 12:18, so I got to wrap up. Andre, any comments that you show? Man, that's me slurring words together. Let me go ahead and give you the stage for a moment to wrap up, and then I'm going to wrap up. So here you go. Oh, that's me. Let me give it to you. There you go.
All right, everybody. I'm going to try to keep it positive, but I haven't been given any other reason to suggest otherwise. So I just want to say to everybody out there, just be prepared. Be prepared for potentially another winless game and potentially being, again, the only winless team in the NFL right now. I want to be positive, but honestly, the pessimism is coming out of me right now. So just be prepared for if and when Carolina does lose today. I hate to say it, but I get paid to be honest, so I'm going to be honest when I say it. I don't know if we can win this game today, man. Detroit is a pretty tough team, better than last year, and they're showing up this year. Yeah, it's going to be tough today, Chris.
Appreciate you, Andre. And hey, I got to make this quicker than I want to make it, but appreciate all you guys. They said Shell stole the show. Hey, we love it. Come back again, steal the show, have some fun with it. I really appreciate you guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join the channel, help support independent media. I'll give you guys just a few seconds view of this, but I got to scurry my butt up. Let me just tell you what I have to do. So normally there's an elevator that we could take to go to the press box. I'm going to break the rules here. You're going to see me be a rebel. They want us to walk up the stands and then go to an elevator to take the press box. You might imagine I'm not taking all this equipment up some stairs to get out of here. But hey, tune into this game. I'm going to go to the press box. My man Andre, he's going to be manning Twitter. Our guy Patrick, he's already out on this field, probably pushing some pictures, so no better place to get pictures of the game than right here. Thank you all so much for Andre Cassidy. For our photographer out there on the field, Patrick Snyder, I'm Chris Jenkins from Charlotte Vibe. Let's go Panthers. And where's somebody I can bring on here? Oh, they're all gone. Anyway, I got to go.